Day 1, when the sirens began. I thought we had a chance. Thomas tested negative. For one brief moment, I actually smiled. But he was leaving, going home to protect his family, and deep down I knew he was right. The hospital wasn't saving people anymore. It was holding them. Until they died. They'd locked the doors, patients were screaming, and no one was answering anymore. Melissa stepped out before I even finished changing. I stood in the locker room, alone, and I knew I wasn't coming back. We slipped down the back stairwell, quiet, controlled, like we were pretending things were still normal, but nothing was normal anymore. At her apartment, she packed in silence. I called Josh, asked about the car. He hadn't found it. The police station turned him away. Even insurance was useless. Everyone was overwhelmed or pretending it wasn't happening. And then, the sirens started. Not police, not fire, air raid. The first one was distant. The second, closer. Something was wrong. Melissa froze mid-step. We didn't speak. I grabbed my bag. She grabbed hers. We ran. The streets were dark, too dark. Then, people. Running, screaming, clutching bags, children, anything they could carry. "Stop the car!" I yelled. Melissa slammed the brakes. Tires squealed. Then they appeared. A mob, rounding the corner. One of them leapt onto a man, tackled him, and bit his neck, and he didn't fight long, just long enough to scream. "Turn around!" I shouted. Melissa reversed. The other cars followed. People ran past us, bleeding, panicked. Some no longer human. Their eyes were empty. Their movements wrong. We barely made it through the side streets. Smoke curled from alleyways. The air was thick with fire and fear. We reached the highway. Military trucks raced past. 5 of them, full of soldiers. Heading toward the city we just fled. Burning cars lined the shoulders. Bodies, maybe? I didn't want to look. When we got home, Josh was still at his desk. The news was playing, almost muted. I told him what we saw. He told us what we missed. The president declared martial law. The virus had spread. Not just here, everywhere. Then Melissa screamed. "Look!" Outside, on our neighbor's lawn, a man in uniform was fighting another, a gun raised. Then a bat crashed into his head. He dropped. Seconds later, both were dead. Their weapons stolen. The attackers vanished into the dark. And then, the soldiers came, carriers, boots on pavement, orders barked like gunfire. They kicked in doors, dragged people out, shot a woman in the street when she ran. Josh grabbed his pistol, told us to move. We climbed to the attic. He turned off the lights, TV, computer. From the window, we saw them moving house to house. No resistance, no hesitation. Then, our front door crashed open. We froze. Footsteps, shouts. "Check behind that door!" The closet creaked, rustling, a pause. Then, "Nothing in here, sir." We stayed frozen, barely breathing. When it was finally quiet again, we peeked through the attic window. The soldiers were at the next house now. I wanted to call the neighbors, warn them, but our phones were gone. Their numbers were gone. Everything was gone. This wasn't the first day of the outbreak. It was the last day of normal.